Good morning. Well, I was up about 6 o'clock this morning, sleeping in a little bit for me. Normally I'm up a little bit before then because I enjoy the peace and quiet in the morning. I'm more productive in the morning, and I just like the mornings. But anyway, today I'm going to take you through a workout later with Shane. But first I wanted to touch base on something, considering this is a channel that's going to be around food and fitness. And as the title of this video states, why you should stop dieting. Now, before everyone freaks out and starts eating pizza like crazy and stuffing Pop-Tarts and donuts and everything in their gullet, let me elaborate. What I mean by you should stop dieting is if you're dieting now and it's something that you know you will not be able to adhere to for the rest of your life, or you hate what you're eating, because I've done a diet for 12 weeks where I hated what I was eating, and after I was done, I put all the weight back on in a week. I'm not even kidding. 1 week, I put all the weight back on. I had lost 25 pounds and I put it all back on in a week because I went nuts, because I deprived myself so much. One of the biggest things I'm learning about myself, and one of the biggest things that I'm starting to explain to other people, is you have to live life too. If you're miserable all the time just because you're trying to drop that 1 extra pound, if you're miserable all the time, then what's the point? What is the fucking point if you can't enjoy life too? Now, I'm not saying eat like crap all the time, stuff your face, and turn into a beluga whale. Unless that's what you want to do, then by all means, go for it. What I'm saying is every now and then, live a little. Eat that slice of pizza. Have that drink with your friends. Have a couple bites of cheesecake. Eat some pasta. Go out. Experience life. Something I have been doing, and it's been very enjoyable for me, is, during the week, I bust my ass with my work. I bust my ass in the gym, and I bust my ass making sure that I'm eating right. I eat good food. Don't get me wrong. Like, y'all see some of the pictures I post on Instagram and Facebook. I'm actually eating that. I'm not just making it for shits and giggles and throwing it away. No. That's how I eat. But it's all about balance. Ultimately, if you're in a caloric deficit, meaning that you're eating less calories than you're burning, you'll lose weight. It's always worked that way. Yeah, there's lots of other diets that you can follow that'll help. Keto diet, I'm a big advocate of. I'm not doing it currently, just because I only do it for short spurts to kind of do a insulin sensitivity reset. I'll get more into that in other videos to come. That'll be a big one that you guys should pay attention to, because a lot of the reason that people struggle with losing weight, even if they are eating right, is because they have a problem with insulin. And I'll explain in a later video how the keto diet can help fix that, and you can go back to eating carbs after you go through all that. But like I said, that'll be another video. Anyway, back to the whole diet thing. Whenever you're dieting, and I'm not a big fan of the word, whenever you're eating to get in better shape, it should be a style of eating that you can adhere to long term. It should be a lifestyle. When you go to the gym, your main focus shouldn't be, oh, I have to burn this many calories, or I can't leave until I burn this many calories. That is the wrong mindset to go into. Now, I get the numbers thing, because I'm kind of a numbers guy myself. But stop focusing so much on the scale too. Stop focusing on the scale. Stop focusing on your little calorie burn wristband, because you know what? Those aren't accurate at all. I can burn 600 calories by just sitting on the couch watching TV. It's all about how you move around and getting your heart rate up, etc., blah, 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 blah. Those aren't completely accurate. Whenever you go to the gym, your main focus should be building. You should be trying to get stronger. You should be trying to put your muscles under tension, time under tension, which helps build muscle. And this goes for women too. Stop being scared of heavy weights. I know this isn't as big an issue as it was a few years ago, but women lift heavy shit. You'll notice a big difference. You will not get all bulky and masculine, and then if you think you do, I'm telling you now, you won't. Promise. Cross my heart, hope to die. That should be your main focus in the gym. Building strength, building muscle, and the fat will come off. Fat comes off with diet. Your diet has to be on point. But going back to that diet word, make sure that your way of eating is something you can stick to long term. You still have to be in a caloric deficit to burn fat, but make sure you're eating foods that you enjoy too. Now, I wouldn't recommend trying to diet off pizza because you'll be able to get away with eating maybe 2-3 slices of pizza for the whole day, and that's not a lot of food. But as you'll see in future cooking videos, which they are coming, I'll have one up this week, promise. As you'll see in future cooking videos, your food can be enjoyable. It's all about calories in, calories out. But I'm gonna get a little more work done, and then I'm gonna take you to the gym with me, and we're gonna get some deadlifts in, some back work, and I'll show you some ab training as well. Other than that, here's my dogs. Leo is not a fan of the camera. Lana Bear. Lana likes the camera though. Sweet girl. Leo, people want to see you. Why are you being a chicken shit? And then, last but not least, because it's a little chilly outside, we have Gracie. Say hi, Gracie. But anyway, I'm gonna get changed. I'm gonna go drop off some food, and then we're gonna go get this lift done. I'll see you shortly. All right, going to the gym, but real quick. Something I forgot to add in the last part of the video. What I was saying does not apply to two types of people. People that are in contest prep for bodybuilding shows or, you know, physique competitions, and people who may be on certain medications or may have certain illnesses or conditions where they have to eat a certain way because their life depends on it. I was speaking about general population. Most people can actually get to 8% body fat. Guys, anyway, can get to 8% body fat by just eating in a caloric deficit, still eating foods they enjoy, making sure they get enough protein, and making sure they train. I'm actually, over the course of my whole YouTube stint, however long that may go, hopefully longer than most, I'll show you like how I eat and how I get down to a relatively lean body fat percentage. Because for those of y'all that don't know, last year pretty much I went to shit with as far as like how I looked, how I ate, drank way too much. Oh yeah, it was bad. It's bad. Eventually I'll show you the before pictures at the start of this year on how bad I actually looked, but not right now. Not ready for that. But anyway, we're gonna go pick up Shane. We're gonna go hit some deadlifts, get some rows in, grow this back. I'll show you some ab training too. See you. guys, welcome to today's video. Doing deadlifts and back today with Shane. Right here we are just warming up the hips. Actually, if you can't see it, I have a band actually around my knees. We're taking wide strides, going back and forth, side to side. This really helps warm up the glutes, helps warm up the hips. If you actually do this yourself, it actually really starts to burn after a while. You really feel it in the sides of your butt. It's actually a good exercise to incorporate with like supersetting with squats. If you're really trying to build that booty, just something you can add in. Here we're doing a little bit more walking. Yeah. Now we're gonna roll out some, rolling out my back, just getting things loosened up, getting out of any knots. You'll see I'll pause here at the part of my lower back just to stimulate blood flow. I don't think you can actually see it in the video, but I'm actually trembling because it is a lot of pressure on your lower back. But it does, it definitely does help with being able to pull more. Here, rolling out the IT band, just making sure that I'm limber, making sure that I'm warm, because we are going to go a little bit heavier today. Just getting both sides. I did get some back of the hamstrings and some quads as well, but mainly focusing on the IT band. Now just working on some squats, getting that range of motion. Yeah, nothing too fancy, but when you warm up, your warm up should be, you should start sweating from your warm up. All right, here holding the squat position, I'm putting my elbows into my knees and actually pushing out just to stretch out my groin, stretch out my hips. Some lunges, get the heart rate up, continuing to stretch out the legs. Remember guys, always warm up. Always, 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 always warm up. You'll have a better workout. You'll get a pre-sweat going. And I guarantee you'll be able to pull more weight, squat more weight, push more weight if your body is nice and warm. Just finishing up lunges. If you can tell, I'm actually starting to breathe heavier a little bit because that's how you're supposed to get warm. Now just going to stretch out some. One of the things I want to work on this year is really work on my flexibility. I am not flexible at all, but I'm working on it. That's something that I really want to focus on this year, is just becoming more flexible, because it does improve your range of motion with lifts. It helps with overall comfort. It helps with mobility. It helps with speed. It's something that a lot of people don't focus on enough, is their own flexibility. And this is stuff that can be fixed while sitting at home watching TV, just stretching out on the floor. So one of the things I want to work out now, this stretch here, which I'm about to do, it's uncomfortable on this floor because it is hard on the knees, but it does really help stretch out your groin and warm up your hips. You'll notice here that I widen my hips out and then just kind of sit back, and you'll feel a nice good stretch on the inside of your legs. Looks kind of silly, but you know what? At the gym, we're not there to care what people think. We're there to get shit done, and this is part of it. All right. Shane and I warming up. We got 135 on the bar. Just lightweight to warm up. Now, since we're going to do reverse pyramid training, we're going to do we're going to start with our heavy lifts. So as we warm up, we're not going to do a bunch of sets. We're going to, or do a bunch of reps. We're going to do just three reps, just to get the motion down. 3 quick reps, and during these quick reps, we're focusing on coming up fast, that explosiveness. So that's that. Now I think we move on to 225. Yeah, Shane's slapping on some 45s. And again, just 3 reps, just to get that range of that movement down. Again, exploding up, really hitting it hard. Coming up real quick. You'll notice that we took our shoes off. This is just because it keeps our foot flatter on the floor. It actually helps with pulling. I don't take mine off until the next set, I don't think. Yeah, 225 again, just 3 reps. Boom, boom, boom. Quick stuff. Now here we're moving on to 315. Shane pulls this for more reps. Since this is close to my top set that I'm going to be doing, I only pull 1 just to get a feel for it. Like I said, we're not trying to pre-exhaust before our heavy sets. So yeah, just one solid rep, boom, done. And then moving on from here, Shane's going for 405. I think he does 4 here. Shane's following a little bit different lifting pattern than I am. He's coming off an injury, and he was having a belt malfunction, so his belt wouldn't lock. And since he's coming off an injury for his back, he's doing something a little different. Just getting a feel for heavier weights and moving properly with them. All right, 365 for the top set. We did three. I did 3 sets of 3 with this. I want to work on my form a little bit, just a little bit more leg drive and not so much back. I have a strong lower back, so it kind of overcompensates with my legs. Shane's going for, what was that, 465? Yeah, no, 455, sorry. 455. I think he pulls this once? No, he might pull it more than once. We'll see. I don't remember. Not going to lie and act like I do. Yeah, he pulls this for more than one. I think it's 3. Yeah, he pulls it for 3. He only does one heavy top set just because his back was bothering him. Yeah, but I did 3 sets of 365 total. And now we're reverse pyramid training, so we're going lighter. Now here's 315 again, which I'll rep out for 10. With deadlifts though, whenever you're doing sets like this, make sure that you're using weight that you can keep pretty solid form. When your form starts to break on deadlifts, the set's over. Grinding out reps on deadlift can be bad on really bad on your back, and that's how you can injure yourself. I actually think that's how Shane injured himself. Either that or work. But I'm sure after he watches this, he'll let me know how he did it. Yeah, this is really taxing not only on the whole body, but on your cardiovascular too. I mean, I was beat. I mean, after doing all the deadlifts together, that was a workout all on its own. But of course, we did more to come. And Shane going lighter, just getting the feel for the movement, not going too high with the reps. He easily could have done this 20, 30 times, but he's just got to watch out for his back. My final set, we're going down to, it's 275. I think I repped this out for 15. And yeah, this was exhausting. 275 super light, but after all the sets that we did and all the reps, that those last 5 were brutal. Yeah, making sure I keep my form tight. I always think about keeping your shoulder blades pulled back and retracted. That way your back doesn't round out. One of the main things I always make sure I focus on is to make sure I keep my back flat and don't start rounding. Because once you start rounding, that's when all the problems can start to arise. But yeah, you can see me start to slow down. I'm gassed. I'm actually feeling this a lot in like just my whole backside, hamstrings and all. All right, moving on to our next exercise. We're going to be doing lat pull downs. Here we did heavier reps. We did 4 sets, 6 to 8. And then the last set we did a triple drop set. Drop sets are great just for getting in more reps, getting in more volume, increasing intensity. See, we are both trying to cut weight, so kind of helps with burning some extra calories and really straining the muscle. But big chest, always keep your chest up. Pull your elbows back towards behind you. You want to think about retracting your scapula, your shoulder blades every single time you pull. Let's see. Yeah, here, it's pulling back behind. I tend to rock back just a little bit. That's something else I want to work on. I want to keep more upright. You'll notice on the later sets when it gets a little bit heavier, I do lean back a little bit further than I'd like to, but when you're working out with somebody that's a lot stronger to you, sometimes it becomes a pissing contest and you want to see who's stronger. So it is what it is. Shane is obviously much stronger than I am, but you know, sometimes I still try to keep up on things that I can. Yep. I think this is his heaviest set. Heaviest set, making it look easy. I think my heaviest set I went for, I think I only did like 180, I think. You'll notice like when I come up, you get a good, make sure you get a good stretch on the back. That's part of it. Like any time, any kind of back movement, that's a big part of it. Always make sure you get that good stretch and then a full contraction. That's how your muscles grow. Full range of motion. Partial reps have their place, but here with full range of motion, really get focusing on getting a good stretch. Back is one of the biggest things one of the biggest things to growth for back is always stretching. I didn't get it any bit on film, but there's a lot of stretching in between sets. You know, different directions, individual lats together, always stretching, and you'll feel a lot better too. It helps with recovery, so even stretch afterwards. Yeah, I notice I'm leaning back more than I'd like to. Still trying to get that good contraction though. Do want to work on not leaning back so far and staying a little more upright. You'll notice Shane stays a lot more upright on these just because he can pull some weight. And I do believe, yeah, this is the drop set. Now the drop set, you know, we did our 6 to 8 on the first part, and then we just rep out to failure after dropping, you know, 15-20%, and then rep out to failure after dropping another 15-20%. Not really counting the reps there, just going until we can't. Drop sets, I don't really like to count reps. I'd much rather just focus on, you know, getting that burn, getting that contraction, and hitting failure. It's okay to hit failure when you're training because your muscles have no choice but to grow and respond to the failure. So, and there's nothing better than just going all out on something and to the point where you can't do anymore. So, hit failure when you're training, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's 180. I think I only get it for like 5 or 6, 4, 5. Maybe I get it for 6. Yeah, barely get that last one. But then dropped. This is dropped to 140. I think I only get this for a few reps too, because it really does start to gas you. Yeah, it was only a few reps. And then the last set, I think I'd do not a whole lot. I think I did 10 or 12. I'm not counting right now. You guys can't. There, I got. You can't hear, but I got Shane screaming at me to keep going, and I'm. So I keep going, keep going, and keep going. Yeah, it was burn. All right, next, what we got here? We got a cable row with a neutral grip handle, neutral grip bar. You'll notice I put D handles on the inside. Why I did this was so we could get a deeper contraction. I suggest you try it yourself because it does allow you to pull further than just the regular bar, because the bar will hit you in the stomach before you can get a full contraction. And you'll notice a big difference by doing it this way. When I go, I'll explain what I do with my hands so I can get a deeper contraction. But we're supersetting this with straight arm pull downs. And the pump that we got from this, just the first set after everything else we already did, was crazy. Like, you just feel all the blood rushing in your back. And, you know, it's one of the best things in the world when it comes to training. Arnold Schwarzenegger used to say it all the time when he was getting a pump in the gym. It was like he was coming. So, he's a little bit crazier than the rest of us. I don't think it feels that good, but it is a good feeling. All right. I keep my belt on a lot just because main reason it's not even on tight right now, but it helps me sweat more. And I like to sweat a lot. Call me crazy. But what I'm doing with my hands, and I don't think you can see it from this angle, I'm actually twisting my pinkies in as I pull. Yeah, you can see it now. Twist my pinkies in as I pull, and this kind of drives my elbow into my back a little bit more, so I get a little bit more of a contraction, especially in the lower back, that little area where if you look at fitness professionals, whenever they're super lean, it kind of looks like the Christmas tree. You really feel that deep contraction in that spot. So it's one of the spots that I'm always trying to work on because it really works on the separation in the middle, lower back, and then the lats. And here, just getting a good stretch. You got to make sure you keep a big chest, so keep your chest up. You almost want to think about pushing your chest forward as you follow through. And you just focus on getting that good contraction. It doesn't take a lot of weight on these. This isn't something that you'd go super heavy on because then it just, you try to use momentum, you try to use your shoulders to swing things down. So, but we did 4 sets of that. I only recorded 1. Now here, we did a low cable row. The goal was to do 2 minutes, but Shane was only able to get a minute because he went a little heavier than he should have. I don't think we got mine recorded. I did go the full 2 minutes, but yeah, it hurt. It's hard. It's something that you can do to finish your workout. Just go super light and just keep repping it out, or go super slow, but go a full 2 minutes to finish off whatever body part you're training. It's brutal. It's killer. It oh, maybe I did. Oh, I did get myself recorded. We'll watch that next. But you can do this on any body part, especially body parts that are lagging. It's almost like doing FST7 training. Yeah, I went ahead and fast forwarded through this. It's just, you'll see me reset a couple times where I stand up just because the pump in my lower back and in my abs was starting to just be brutal. Yeah, keep going. Yep, you see, stretch it out there. Keep going, keep going. And I went super light. This is only like 25 pounds. Yeah, I had to walk around a little bit to shake that out. But all right, moving on to biceps. We did some dumbbell curls. As you come up in curl, just focus on getting the twisting that pinky in and getting a good contraction in the bicep. We went a little bit heavy here too. I think we used 40s and 45s maybe. Yeah, just repping out some curls. I think we did 10 to 15 reps on each arm. Our biceps were already pretty taxed from everything we were already doing. This is just to kind of finish it. All this is pretty much extra credit. But yeah, twisting that pinky in, one arm at a time. Try not to swing too much. Being that they are a little bit heavier, there's a little bit of a swing, but controlling it on the way down and just repping it out. I will say now I didn't get everything recorded because my battery died. I didn't realize how fast batteries on cameras died, so I do need to invest in another battery. We did some more exercises after this. We did some cable curls, and then we finished up with abs, but we will get to see more of that in the future. But video's fixing to end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up this video, subscribe, and then tune in next time for more action. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.